What's up guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to explain to you how to properly grease your slider pins here, why to grease them, and how much to grease to put. So it does play a key factor role how your brake pads wear out, how long your brake pad lasts, and how good your brakes perform. Okay, even though this is a hydraulic system, a lot of people will criticize this video, but something that I could explain to you and tell you in a couple of minutes. It should be a good video for you guys to watch. But first of all, you need some type of grease. This is a high temp grease that I usually use on the brake pad. So I'm going to show you another type of grease that I use. So here's a silicone brake lubricant. So high temp conditions, excellent high temperature, and it's a pretty good. It's a silicone based grease. A lot of people use different type of grease, so it's all up to you what you want to use. They got blue grease, they got different colors, they got different brands, but this is what I've been using and it's been good to me. And so let's get this job going. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do this properly and how much grease should you put, okay? Anyways, let's get this job started. Okay, so first of all, here's a slider pin that I pulled out. This is from the top here. So there's pretty much no grease on this. Whatever grease it has is it's dried up. It's hardened up like clay and black. So here's a dab of, look at this, grease right there. So let's pull out this bottom here, bottom slider pin. So they do slide in and out pretty good. That's fine. But look at that. Look at how bad it looks. So that's no good. Even though it got some good greasing here, it's nice and slickery, but that's a dab of grease right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean everything, okay? We're gonna clean the inside here, inside the bore. So taking your time should be the key factor there. So take your time doing this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off by taking a clean cloth, such as this. Anything will work. You want to wipe off all the greasing here. So if your slider pin is rusted out, you want to put it on a cleaner, buffer, or use a sandpaper. But if they're not rusted out, you're good. Like these are not rusted out. If they're rusted out, just take sandpaper, just go all around it, and they should be good, nice and clean. It all depends on when you're working on it, what's the process there. So I'm gonna clean this one off pretty good. So you see this little bushing right in the front? This bushing can cause big issue if it locks up. So pay attention to it. If it's swollen up, replace it. And gonna get all the greasing off this baby right here. And there it is. So next step here is a lot of people use wire brush that goes inside here. What I like to use here is, you see this small little drill bit? It's half the, almost close to the size, but it's a little bit smaller. So what I'm doing here is, we're not drilling anything. So all you want to do is, you want to turn this baby to grab all the greasing in the corners, on the edges. So it's going to pull everything out. You see how much greasing I got out of there? So that's pretty good right there. So that's two layers, so probably pulled out of there. I'm gonna give it another temp. One more time. You should be able to hear that. You should be able to hear the end of the bore here, okay? No need to put any chemical. A lot of people put WD-40. You could do so, but if you could get it clean and get everything out of there, and there's a little chunk. So you want to repeat the same process up here. So it feels muddy in there. It's really, really muddy in there. And there's a good amount that I got out of there. And it's all plaqued up, okay? You want to do this for all four, okay? When you're doing the brake job. So you don't want to put no electric drill on this. You don't want to drill the hell out of it. So usually the edges just has a small amount. And that feels good to me. So look at that. Nothing left behind. Anyway, once you do that, get as much as you can. Nothing that it needs to be shiny. Even if you need to put some WD-40 in there, should not be an issue to do that, okay? But you do need to rinse it out, clean it up. So I also like to use my rag here, and I sand it in there. as much as possible. Look at that. So you can also pop these off, but no need to do that. So these, so long as you get as much as out of there, yeah, I'm happy with that. So what you want to do next is, let's make the next step. So now the question would be, how much is too much or how much is too little greasing, okay? So what I like to do is, there's no too much or too little, okay, to tell. So what I like to do is I like to put small layer around it, just tiny layer, okay? And you take your finger, you just move it all around. That's all it needs, okay? Try not to get any on the tip here, because if you get greasing stuck at the tip, at the end, it will not compress, okay? And what I like to do here is I like to turn this baby as it goes in, okay? So that way the greasing moves around, and make sure the rubber boot grabs onto it, and we got a perfectly working slider pin there. Now we're gonna work up on this top one here, right here. We're gonna do the same thing. My camera's wiggly. So small layer all around. Okay, small layer, and that's all you need. Okay, take your finger, move the greasing around, all around, equal amount. Okay, that's all it needs. Okay, after that, you want to do the same thing. Okay, you want to grab your caliper, you want to turn. Okay, turn. Make sure the boot grabs, and this slider pin works perfectly. Okay. Put your caliper on, put the bolt in, and that's all the greasing you need. Thank you for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up. If you guys got any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message, and we'll see you in the next one. Repeat the process on each caliper, and make sure it's nice and greased up, and your brakes should last you a long time. And I also like to check mines after they're halfway done. I'll check them again one more time. Just lift up the car and do the same process all over.